Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Take two. I'm telling you the story about the time I got punched in the face by a girl with a cast on. That's right, in public too. Quite embarrassing. Basically, long story short, I was about 18 years old. I was with my best friend at the time named Zane. And we were up to, let's just say, hooligan activities. And so we stopped at a local burger joint and we were like, hey, keep in mind 18, so this is quite a long time ago, but we stopped at our local burger joint and we had agreed to get water in our soda, soda in our water cups, you know. And so we literally didn't even have our wallets on us. But when we were walking up to the place, because we were on foot, we noticed one very large male. I would describe him as like large, like Shaquille O'Neal large, and three petite women with him. And so it was kind of unusual because it was like 3 a.m. in the morning. We saw them all getting out of the car. We didn't think much of it. We just kind of took notice of it and kept it pushing. Well, me and him go first in line before them. Of course, we get our water cups. We put some soda in them. And then we go sit down. We're sitting down at the restaurant, kind of just, enjoying our drinks. And one of the girls comes up to us and she's like, hey, do you guys have any money for us? And we both happen to be in basketball shorts and we're like, hey, look, like we don't even have our wallets on us. And I literally like stood up and emptied my pockets. Well, I think she was intoxicated or high or something like that, and she starts cussing and screaming at me saying, oh, I meet, blankety blank like you. I meet guys like you at the bar all the time, you're all the blank and same, and just completely cussing up a storm at us. And, so while she's cussing at us, my friend walks off, she walks off and my friend puts his head down and starts laughing. And he puts his head down on the table and starts laughing. Well, she turns around and looks back and she's like, you think this is funny? And then next thing I know, I forgot to say, yeah, she had a cast on her right hand. Don't ask me why, I don't know. So anyway, she was like, you think this is funny? And she starts sprinting full blast at me. I swear to God, she jumps over the table, pulls her right hand back, like all mid-air too. She jumps over the table, pulls her right hand back, and hits me with the right hook, straight to my forehead. So I had to make a quick decision, like, man, I just got punched, in public, in the middle of this restaurant. I'm out here getting embarrassed, so I'm like, damn, what do? I'm like, I know, it's just me and my friend. This dude is huge, though, gigantic. So I just make a quick run outside. I'm like, look, I'm just going to try to get away. I don't know if that dude's mad at me, too. So I get up, in all split-second decisions, I get up and I take off running outside. Well, I hear footsteps behind me and I'm like, oh man, like, I hope she's not chasing me. Because, like, then it's just a different story because you're continuing to chase me and stuff. Like, you're continuing it after I've tried to get away. So anyways, I get outside and I turn around and I look back and it's actually my best friend. So we kind of leave the scene, and later on, we come back probably like 30-40 minutes later, don't ask me why, but we talked to the burger joint staff, and they're like, hey, like, sorry that happened, like, that normally doesn't happen. They were like, we did call the cops, we made a report, unfortunately they took off as soon as, it happened. The male did apologize, and then they were like, hey, and on top of that, anything you guys want, you can have for free tonight. So we were like, okay, sweet. So that's the story about the time I got punched in the face with the girl with the cast. I tell you, not quite fun. It didn't really hurt, like, too bad, you know what I'm saying? It didn't, like, leave me bruised or anything. But it didn't feel good. I have another story about the time I got... wow. Does your guys' Rocket League do that? What in the world? I have another story about the time that I got slapped. I'll try to make it quick. This one was with my girlfriend. I was very young, probably like 13 years old. And it was, you know, of course we don't have cars, so we're waiting out front in front of the movie theater, waiting for our parents to pick us up. And there happened to be another girl there, probably I'd say about a football field away, and she yelled at me and she's like, "Hey," she yelled my first name and she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And like told her hey from afar, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, "Hey, like come tell this girl hi with me." She, you know, we used to go to junior high together. I think we were in high school at the time. And she's like, my girlfriend's like, "No, no, no, you go ahead by yourself." And I'm like, "Okay, are you sure?" I was like, "Okay, I'll be right back." So I go, you know, say hello to that girl, give her a hug, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's my girlfriend over there." She's like, "Oh, that's cool." She was like, "You're on a date?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so anyway, she's like, "Okay, well, it's good to see you." I walk back to my girlfriend. My girlfriend throws the drink that I had bought her on me, like literally on my face and on me, and then right after that I get slapped. So fun times, man. She was a great girlfriend, man. I miss her. You know, it's been, yes, it has been 16 years, but you know, there's always a chance. Just like me whiffing, there's always a chance of whiffing. Ooh, that was brutal. If you guys like this story time, just let me know. I'll get you some more. I have a few. So I know it looks like I'm dominating this guy, but you don't have to do that. It looks like I'm dominating this guy, but I promise you he does come back, and it ends up being a very close game. Tons of whiffs in here. I'm only like gold 2, I think, in ranked. I've beaten like diamonds and plats, but I'm also very new to the game. I'm about a month and a half in, so cut me some slack. I will say aerials is my weak point right now. If you guys have any tips on how you guys got better at, I mean, I can like wall to air dribble, but going for the ball in air is, you'll see, is my struggle. Guy just straight beats me right there. Don't even ask. This video I am testing out the USB recording through Xbox, so I'm gonna see how this quality comes out. It's looking a little iffy. It looks good at times and iffy at others, but we're just in a testing video. I will say, thankfully, on the topic of getting hit, I've never been attacked by a dog. Although I was walking my block today and I seen like 2 gigantic dogs, and I was like, oh man. I kind of just like backed up and like crossed the street to get away from them, created some distance, and thankfully they just kept going. Left your boy alone, you know what I'm saying? They were like, "Hey, we're gonna let you play Rocket League just one more day, buddy." Ooh. Ooh, he did it to me. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. This guy is being like a really fair sport, really good sport, so that's always a positive. Not toxic at all, you know what I mean? What is it, sportsmanship they call it? If you're wondering why I have like the RLCS team decals, it's just because like you can't really, obviously you can't get a black car, especially not on console. You can with Bacchus mod, or I know that, but just on console, like you're very limited. So this was one of the only ways I could get a somewhat black car. And I do have a white one that you might see later on. I told you guys I struggle with it. I wasn't lying. There's a little finale for you too. Whip, whip. Yo, what is Rocket League without a whip here and there though, you know what I'm saying? Whip again?